Next, John Paul has been to meet a charity that work with young people on inner city estates in London.
Now, plenty of youth centres and projects, unfortunately, have had to shut down due to a lack of funding. Many of these places were the beating heart of their community. So what do you do? Well, one London-based charity has been thinking outside of the box by putting its youth outreach project on wheels so it can reach lots of different communities. Well, Rosie Conroy is XLP's senior youth worker. Rosie, thanks so much for having us today. Just tell us a little bit about the heart behind XLP's work.
XLP was founded about 25 years ago. There was a stabbing in a school in Peckham, and our founder, Patrick, was invited into the school to help support the young people who just didn't really know what to do with themselves at the time. And I guess we've grown from there, supporting vulnerable young people wherever they might be. And
the buses, they're a brilliant idea, Rosie. I've got 4 sons and their eyes would be popping out of their heads if they could see what's inside. So what are you offering here?
On each of the buses, we have playstations. You can straighten your hair, paint your nails. We've got kitchens. We love actually bringing young people in and teaching them how to cook. Maybe they know how to cook and they want to cook for us. And the beauty of the buses is the ability to see where a need is and to take the vehicles to where there are young people that need those opportunities to access them.
Yeah, tell us a little bit more about why these buses and what you're doing here has such an impact.
I guess because our focus is about finding where the gaps are for young people, where maybe they live in an area that doesn't have resources, or maybe there are opportunities that they can't access within their schools or their surroundings. From there, we can help young people take up some of the opportunities maybe that life has for them, or even ourselves being able to take them on residentials, taking them out of London, taking them camping, stuff that they wouldn't be able to do.
Amazing work. And of course, it's been particularly challenging over the past year. These buses, the big ones, have been parked since Easter. So how have you had to adapt?
We have got smaller vehicles that are vans that we drive around to the same locations, and we're able to still work with the most vulnerable young people. And we have actually been working with 1/3 of the young people that we were working with prior to COVID, which is an amazing feat.
It really is. Rosie, thanks very much. Rosie mentioning the small vehicles. Let's have a look at those. And, you know, it's not just creating a safe environment and activities. It's about recognising potential and drawing that potential out. So mentoring is a really important part of XLP's work, as Taz Mahmood knows very well. Taz, you're now a youth worker here with XLP, but tell us how it all started for you.
Yeah, so 11 years ago, I came home from school. It was just a normal day, and turned out to my local football cage with some friends, and there was adults here. And then later we found out that XLP, and they run football sessions there.
And tell me what about their work has made the biggest impact on you?
Yeah, it's the consistency for me. You know, there's a lot of football coaches that turn up to a session and it's 1 or 2 sessions and they go. But for XLP, it's just knowing that they're always going to turn up regardless of the weather. You know, we've played football in the rain, the snow, and as a young person in an area where there's a lack of opportunity and activities and things to do, it was always knowing that someone is going to be there to run a session.
And that consistency, especially difficult in the last 12 months, but you've been using these smaller vans in order to turn up. Tell us about what they're offering.
So these vans, they're just, it's just like a signal, it's just a beacon, you know, it's just like a bat signal for the young people to know that XLP is here and we're here to support you. And during this pandemic, it's less about what the van actually offers and more about the staff that are here. You know, there's a lot of mental health struggles, and, you know, just turning up and being able to talk to a member of staff is probably the most important thing for them.
Taz, it's really important work. Thanks so much for your time today. You know, XLP was founded in 1996 to tackle poverty and educational failure and create positive futures for young people. 25 years on, they're still doing that, and some.